Welcome to Ace My Exams Learning. Let us get started with today's learning.
Question. Explain why it is important to prevent food spoilage. Preventing food spoilage is important for several reasons as explained below. 1. Food loses quality over time, so it is important to slow down the process by handling food hygienically at all times. Food is naturally subject to spoilage over time, which reduces its quality in terms of taste, texture, color, and nutritional value. To maintain food quality for longer, it is important to handle food hygienically. This includes proper storage, clean environments, and correct temperatures. Hygiene slows down spoilage by preventing the growth of bacteria and harmful organisms that thrive in unclean or unsuitable conditions. 2. Consequences can range from bad taste to food poisoning. Spoiled food can have minor effects like unpleasant taste or smell, but it can also lead to serious health issues like food poisoning. When food is not kept safe, the spoilage process allows microorganisms and toxins to develop, making the food dangerous to consume. This risk makes food hygiene not just a matter of preference, but of health and safety. 3. If food spoils, it encourages the growth of microorganisms. Spoiled food becomes a breeding ground for microorganisms like bacteria, yeasts, and molds. These organisms not only speed up the spoilage process, but can also produce harmful substances. When consumed, they may lead to illnesses. Preventing food spoilage is therefore key to reducing the chances of contamination and infection. Question. Give symptoms of food poisoning. Food poisoning occurs when a person consumes food contaminated with harmful microorganisms or toxins. It affects the digestive system and can cause a range of symptoms. The following are the most common signs that indicate someone may have food poisoning. 1. Mild headache. A mild headache is often one of the first symptoms of food poisoning. It can occur as a result of dehydration, fever, or the body's initial reaction to toxins introduced through contaminated food. Although it may seem minor, this symptom signals that the body is under stress and beginning to respond to the harmful microorganisms present in the food consumed. 2. Vomiting. Vomiting is a strong and immediate reaction the body uses to remove harmful substances from the stomach. When someone eats contaminated food, the body may detect the presence of toxins or pathogens and forcefully expel the contents of the stomach through vomiting. This not only provides temporary relief, but also helps prevent further absorption of the dangerous organisms into the bloodstream. 3. Abdominal pain. Abdominal pain is a common symptom caused by irritation or inflammation in the stomach and intestines. Harmful bacteria or toxins from spoiled food can upset the digestive system, leading to sharp or cramping pain. This discomfort is a direct result of the body fighting off the infection and trying to manage the inflammation caused by the pathogens. 4. Diarrhea. Diarrhea is the body's way of flushing out harmful bacteria or toxins from the digestive system as quickly as possible. It involves frequent, watery bowel movements and often leads to dehydration if fluids are not replaced. This symptom can become dangerous if it continues for an extended period without proper hydration and medical care, especially in children or the elderly. 5. Even death. In severe cases, food poisoning can lead to death. This usually happens when the food consumed contains highly toxic bacteria such as Clostridium botulinum or Listeria monocytogenes, or when vulnerable individuals like infants, the elderly, or those with weakened immune systems are infected. If medical treatment is delayed or if the poisoning affects vital organs, the result can be fatal. This is why food safety and hygiene are so crucial in food preparation and storage. Question. Name the causes of food spoilage. Food spoilage happens when food deteriorates to the point where it is no longer safe or appealing to eat. This can result from various natural and biological processes. The following are the main causes of food spoilage. 1. Natural food rot. Natural food rot is the result of biological processes that begin as soon as food is harvested or prepared. For example, fruit begins to decay as enzymes break it down, and meat starts to decompose due to its high water and protein content. If left unchecked, this natural rot causes changes in texture, smell, and taste that make the food inedible and unsafe. 2. Loss of moisture. Moisture loss leads to drying out and hardening of foods like cheese, bread, or meat. This often happens through evaporation when food is left exposed to air. Although this doesn't always lead to immediate bacterial growth, it changes the food's texture and can reduce its shelf life and edibility. 3. Absorption of moisture. Some foods, like biscuits or chips, absorb moisture from the air, especially in humid environments. This makes them soggy and causes them to lose their intended texture. Worse, absorbed moisture creates a suitable environment for molds and bacteria to grow, which can lead to spoilage and potential health risks. 4. Enzymes. Enzymes are natural proteins found in all living things, including fruits, vegetables, and meats. Once food is harvested or cooked, enzymes become active and start breaking down the food from within. They cause browning, softening, and fermentation, which are all signs of spoilage. While enzymes themselves are not harmful, the changes they trigger can make food unappealing or unsafe if left for too long without proper storage. Question. Indicate which microorganisms are responsible for food contamination. Bacteria. Bacteria are the most common microorganisms responsible for food contamination. They are microscopic single-celled organisms found everywhere, including on hands, surfaces, air, soil, and water. Harmful bacteria, called pathogens, such as Salmonella, E. coli, and Listeria, can grow rapidly under warm, moist conditions and cause foodborne illnesses if consumed. They often contaminate raw meat, dairy, and improperly handled food. Fungi, yeasts and molds. Fungi, including yeasts and molds, are another group of microorganisms that spoil food. Mold grows on the surface of moist foods like bread, fruit, and cheese, often leaving a fuzzy or greenish appearance. Some molds produce mycotoxins, poisonous substances that can damage organs. Yeasts, which are also fungi, can ferment sugary or starchy foods like fruit juices and jam, leading to spoilage through gas production and taste changes. Viruses. Viruses such as norovirus and hepatitis A can contaminate food, especially when food is handled by infected individuals or exposed to contaminated water. Unlike bacteria and fungi, viruses do not grow on food, but can survive long enough to cause illness when the contaminated food is eaten. These microorganisms are dangerous because they require only a small amount to infect and can spread easily in unhygienic environments. Question. Evaluate the statement, "All microorganisms are harmful." This statement is not true, as some microorganisms are used in food production. The belief that all microorganisms are harmful is incorrect. While some microorganisms, such as pathogenic bacteria and toxic molds, do cause food spoilage and illness, many others are beneficial and even essential in food production. For instance, specific bacteria are used to make yogurt, cheese, and fermented vegetables like sauerkraut. Yeasts are vital in baking bread and producing alcoholic beverages through fermentation. These microbes contribute positively by enhancing flavor, texture, shelf life, and nutritional value. While some microbes are useful, others pose serious health risks if food is not stored or handled properly. The key is maintaining food hygiene to encourage the presence of beneficial microorganisms while preventing the harmful ones from multiplying. Question. Name the conditions needed for bacteria to reproduce quickly. These conditions include 1. Heat. Heat is one of the most important conditions for bacterial growth. Bacteria reproduce most rapidly in warm environments, typically between 20 degrees Celsius and 50 degrees Celsius. The optimal temperature for their growth is around 37 degrees Celsius, which is similar to human body temperature. This temperature range is known as the danger zone in food safety. If food remains in this zone for too long, bacteria can double in number every 20 minutes, increasing the risk of contamination and illness. 2. Moisture. Moisture is essential for bacterial growth because bacteria need water to carry out their life processes. Foods that contain high water content, such as meat, milk, cooked rice, and vegetables, are more likely to support rapid bacterial multiplication. When food is stored in humid or damp conditions, it becomes even more susceptible to bacterial contamination. Keeping food dry or reducing its water activity helps prevent spoilage. 3. Food. Bacteria need nutrients to grow, and food provides the perfect source of energy. Protein-rich and carbohydrate-rich foods, such as meat, dairy products, eggs, cooked pasta, and bread, are especially suitable for bacterial reproduction. These foods offer the ideal chemical environment for bacteria to feed, multiply, and spread quickly if left unprotected. 4. Oxygen. Oxygen availability influences the type and rate of bacterial growth. Aerobic bacteria require oxygen to grow and are commonly found on exposed food surfaces. Anaerobic bacteria, on the other hand, do not need oxygen and can grow in sealed, airless packaging such as vacuum-packed or canned foods. This is why proper packaging and sealing methods are essential in preventing bacterial development, especially in processed and preserved foods.
To access more learning and exam preparation materials, go to www.acemyexams.coza. This link is also in the video description below. Thank you for watching this video. Remember to subscribe and be the first to know when we upload new videos.